even. 229 pounds, but he hits harder than any man alive.
You want to get out of the way, because when you've got a brawler that's in your face that wants to walk through you like a truck, you've just got to use your speed, use that reach, use that height, and keep them off you, because if they get up close and personal, you're going to have no ribs left.
This is Muhammad Smoking Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. There's no one quite like Smoking Joe.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. The renowned U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, the Louisville Lip, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smoking Joe Frazier.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
So, all the talking's done. Now, let's...
Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. They exchange punches. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The jab can't find a home. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Missing with the left hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
When you're training to fight a Swarmer, you gotta focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best Swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
He threw a punch and just got countered. This fight has a real good flow to it. Counter punch. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Nice stop, but that won't score. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That left hook won't score. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Big shot, and down goes Ali. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3.
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Forget about that win. Good work. Defend it. The champ won't win this next round. Get out there, get your boxing right. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Right. Read on your second round. You're coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You got to take that confidence away. Go out. Defense on him. Think about what to do. Good work. Face him in the round back. Take away that confidence.
There's the bell for round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Just misses with that uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. He blocks the right uppercut. Better start respecting each other's punching power. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. To see a jab from these two. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Focus. Get your mind back on the draw. Great round, great round. Now relax, relax. All the way you can. Get this boxing back together. Set him up, but you take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. If I do you, come on. You've let him back into this. You're better back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Carry up.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter punch. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. You don't want to trade shots. That counter shot lands. 1 punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Breathe. Just get your breath back. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. Clear. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one shot. Get focused. Get your mind back on the draw. Back out there and win the round. You've been close in this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in. Now, it's a tougher fight, and he's going to go out there and finish it. Getting your time in all minute. Stick him on the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and win the round. Body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great. Done all your work all the way from Kenya. Get the power shot. Good work.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Good work.
On to the 5th we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with that hook. He blocks the uppercut. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so...
Down goes Joe Frazier. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a shot.
referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round. Great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slick. Just keep on.
You're coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in.
Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. The jab work.
Away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and win the round back. Take away that confidence, stop him in his tracks.
No nut. You're still landing your power shots. Good work.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back.
It's about the defense on him. Think about what to do. Good work.
This is the beginning of round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Punch, counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. You'd like to see more jabs. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This is the heavyweight division. Whoa, wait a minute. Are we about to see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked out? Frazier finally answering back.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Smoking Joe may go. Pretty dominant round there. Here comes round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And He drops him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
I need to see that again.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown. Round 8, and we're off again. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good defense to block the hook. They have no respect for each other's punching power. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Nice counter shot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
There's no way Frazier survives this. See it again. There's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3.
No surprise as we get a... I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the one and only Brooklyn Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. miss with that hook. Good defense there to stop that hook. And another hook to the body score. We welcome you to this view. Hold that thought! The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. It appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, that left hook hurt him. He scores with the counter. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. No rest for the weary. And that hook misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And down goes Jones Jr. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, it's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Roy Jones. And there's the bell to start round three. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Wow, let's take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones. There's the bell for round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice defense on that hook. Good job defending the jab. Throws the jab but does not score. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Look at that jab slip. The one fight.
And now you let him get back into it. Now it's a tougher fight.
Back in the fight. Get ready. Good man. Stay focused. Go on.
First minute, stick it.
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.